Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about the very best things that you can buy at Sephora, so you could use this as a gift guide, or it is the last day of the VIB sale. If you are looking for that last minute save your cash purchase, I have you covered. I do also want to make mention that I have other videos regarding the Sephora VIB sale in the past. Those recommendations, like I've gone down memory lane and I'm like, yep, still good, still good. The last two, I would say all of those items are solid. They are still great. I'm gonna try and not do too many repeats, but what I have here in front of me, I went through every single drawer that I have in here and I pulled out my very favorite items that are available at Sephora specifically. And there are newer things that I am absolutely using on the daily that need to be discussed. I am gonna try and go in order, but I wanna start with what I'm fussing with on my lips right now. It is giving me the mintiest sensation. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Big Lip Plumpgasm. Minty, refreshing, feels so good, gives a vinyl shine, really plumps and does not over dry out the lips. I actually like this one better than the Patrick Ta. I know I recommended Patrick Ta lip plumping for a while, but this one kind of moved that one out of the way. But we do have some Patrick Ta in here, so there's a lot of love for so many brands. We won't stay too long. Like I was going through all my primers and right now I'm into MAC and I'm into Revolution. If you know, you know. I also just want to mention that a lot of my makeup favorites are on the cheap. It's hard pulling these products when I'm like, and the drugstore wins, and the drugstore wins that. So I'll try to mention which ones I am loving more at the drugstore. Primer happens to be that guy right now. I posted a little something about Makeup Revolution versus Bobbi Brown. The Makeup Revolution, or excuse me, Revolution Pro, because Revolution has like their different tiers. This is a little bit up there. It's like 15, 20 bucks depending on where you purchase it, but I'm using that as a primer right now and I love it. It has very similar ingredients to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's not as thick as Bobbi. It's not as thin as the Magic Cream. It's really like a jam of the two together and I've been using that. So when I was pulling primers, I was like, what do I recommend? Sometimes the drugstore wins. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to always give this like the honorable mention. I am going to order more because why not save some cash? Okay, so we are, gosh, I keep wanting to go in order and then the way that my brain works, I'll like catch myself in the monitor. I'll be like, hey guys, I want to mention something about my hair really quickly before we dive into the rest. We will get there. She's in that kind of a mood. So I keep looking in the monitor at my hair, which I really love. I'm into a good claw clip right now. This is day 3 hair. I just recurled the front sections. I did set them in some rollers really quickly. It didn't take much time at all. I just want to mention, if you want an incredible dry shampoo experience that is different than your typical dry shampoo, this is available at Sephora. This is the K18 AirWash, and while it does leave a little bit of a dry cast, you cannot oversaturate the hair with this if you are not blonde. If you're brunette, just sparingly go in, but it is so incredible at getting rid of just any gunk at the root of the hair, but also giving you a ton of volume. So like all of this like zhuzh up without my hair looking greasy is because of this product right here, and I love it. When I am doing a blowout, I use this guy right here, the Color Wow Raise the Root. I'm still obsessed. This is the last day to get it on sale. I will link everything in the description box, and also over on my LTK, I have different slides of like my favorite perfumes at Sephora, my favorite hair care at Sephora, my favorite current things at Sephora, but also the things that I'm hauling, because I do plan on trying out the makeup that I personally purchased, like the new holiday Dior highlighter. Maybe that's better than Chanel. We shall find out. So there will be upcoming videos of what I actually bought at Sephora, but my beauty studio is pretty much a Sephora. So I had so much to choose from that I wanted to share with you guys, just kind of like, let's go through. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get speedy here. We're gonna talk about a little NARS foundation. This is the #1, I would say, at Sephora. This is my go-to. I always return to this great love of a foundation. Looks good on so many different skin types. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. Love, cannot say enough. It wears beautifully. Your Skin But Better, medium-ish coverage, plays well with others, never pills on me. I also love the Gucci Luminous Matte. This is the 24-hour wear breathable foundation. I have a full review on this one. I am wearing it today. I had a little bit of a pilling issue earlier because I was wearing a collagen jelly mask, took it off, glopped on too many skincare products, and then went into foundation. And all I was thinking while I was doing my makeup is, I've got to tell you guys something that I need to do better when I'm in a hurry, because we all get in a hurry. But if you're using a lot of skincare products and then you're going in with your primers and then foundation, and especially if you're using circular motions, it's not gonna work. You will suffer with a little bit of pilling if the products are not all meshing together, dependent if they're water-based, oil-based, silicones, like it's a whole thing. So what I want to mention, because I see this comment a lot with pilling, how do I prevent pilling? You let the layers of product sink in. You do want to give a little time to the skin for stuff to really absorb, and don't overuse your product, right? Like don't overdo the spa time like I did with my big juicy jelly mask and then my serums and moisturizers, and not giving that time for the skin to really receive the product. And then you go on with a primer, your foundation. If you're being a little too rough, micro-exfoliating the skin with a brush can happen, pilling, tugging, all of that. So thin layers and let it soak in. But this one is really good. This foundation's amazing. I do still obsess, and I talked about this, I wanna say in the last VIB sale and perhaps even the one before it. This has just been such a good staple product in my routine. This is the face glaze from NARS Project. Gucci is just doing it for me with the base products right now. Gucci concealer is one of my favorites. I obsess over the thinness and the coverage and almost like the tightening, brightening, just all in one effect that this formula has. It's so good. This is their multi-use long wear buildable concealer. You can use this on the face too. It's fantastic. Natasha Denona Hy-Glam. Do I even need to stay here? No, I love this product. I love the doe foot applicator. I love the finish. I love the blendability. I love the texture. I love the skin nourishing ingredients. It is just fantastic. I can use this to brighten the face, on the face. You could almost wear this as foundation. It's just one of those wow products that I talk about all the time. It's kind of turning into the Tarte primer. Like this is like the one that I just cannot get enough of. Now, when it comes to cream contour, I have a few options. I still need to purchase the other shade of the Dior Forever. This one's just a little too contoury, a little too cool toned, and I want to use this more as a bronzer with some warmth and not just sculpting out, chiseling out the face, because I feel like my face is already chiseled enough. So I am going to purchase this during the sale, just in a different shade, but the formula is A+. LYS. This is honestly one of the most easy to blend. Oh my God. Oh, I just took a chunk right out of her. I've almost used this whole puppy up. I am so sorry I did that to you. Wow. Okay, well, it's creamy. It's very creamy. It just dented itself so easily. You sculpt this on the face, you just and it basically blends in itself. It looks so natural on the skin. And that one I want to say is $20. The LYS is like really affordably priced. Yeah, 20 bucks, dude. Okay, so this is your luxury at 47, LYS at 20 bucks, and you're gonna save more cash if you get it during the sale. And then my other favorite that I just always go back to, it just has such a nice texture, but I will say this, I prefer it on top of foundation, not under, as far as underpainting, unless we're specifically talking about the lips. I'm so picky with how I do everything, but this from Rare Beauty, their Always Sunny bronzer stick, she's so good. She's such a good color, and the formula, phenomenal blendability. I do, again, for some reason, prefer this one on top of your foundation. I don't think it's a great one for underpainting. It just doesn't blend in the same way. It's a little more potent. Because more is more, we have some more cream options. If you love a good cream bronzer, go with some Danessa Myricks. Now this is gonna be on top of the skin as well. You're going to go in with a brush and blend it on top of your foundation, not necessarily underneath. This has been just such like a game changer, a makeup saver, if you will. If you have an issue of blotchiness and you're like, oh crap, how am I gonna blend this out? How am I gonna fix this? You go in with a smaller brush and you can hit those contoured areas that might be giving you a blotchy, patchy pain in your butt. And this, with just a little bit of stamping on top, somehow just makes everything friendly and smooth out. It just creates that no harsh lines finish, and I love this formula so much. I have the shade Light. It's almost like a putty. It just has this fluffy texture to it that is phenomenal. If you want to go in a little bit harder, there is an actual, I want to say this is marketed as an actual contour cream. I do use this one as well. Powders, I got 3 quick recommendations. We've all heard about Huda Beauty's loose powder. It is one of the very best, especially if you're still into baking. Natasha Denona coming in strong with her powder foundation. I just started using this and it is pretty. So many shades to choose from. It's just gorgeous on the skin. It does not look cakey. If you want to use this with a kabuki just as your foundation, you totally can. I love setting the face when I'm doing a more glam look with a powder foundation. And this one is not thick. It is not the powder foundations of yesteryear. It is a more updated formula. And it's just phenomenal. Hourglass is iconic. If you have never tried the ambient powders from Hourglass, they are something special. So if you wanted to splurge on yourself while the sale is happening, this is something I would go for. This is in dim light. I'm actually wearing it all over my face today, not just as highlight, but literally I wanted to glow today. I just felt like my skin was looking a little lackluster because I had the pilling issue and then I over powdered and then I was like, I need to fix this in a hurry. So what I do is I take like a really large brush like this, bam, 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 and you just lightly tap on the skin and it just gives you a little bit of creaminess, a little hydration, candlelit glow back to your complexion. It's such a hot product. It just never does me wrong. So we have a few brow options, Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then of course Dior has been a favorite of mine for like 8 years. This one has been a favorite for even longer, but like the Dior surprises me because it's so expensive and I still go back to it. I have the shade 001 Brown. They also have a universal shade that's really good as well. But these are waterproof. They wear all day long. They are fabulous. Love these so much. It is the Dior Show Brow Styler. Love. If you're into a brow powder, Rare Beauty's brow powder, ladies. I don't know what she put in here, but good job. Standing ovation. Anastasia, the experience, the wet finish, the outer space glow that somehow looks understated. I don't know how they do this formula. Like, I don't know what is going on with this formula, but it is so good. We have the Glow Seeker highlighter in Sun Idol, Enchanted, and this is the hot one right now that I'm loving so much, Ethereal. Let me give you a quick swatch of each. Light to dark. I mean, they just have that pearlescent, gorgeous, like yummy finish that just looks, I can't even describe it. I was gonna say like shiny nylons on your face, but like that does not make any sense. It just gives you that like glisteny, like when you turn, it's just like, but like it's there, it's so nice. And you can't mess it up. Like if you get too much highlighter on your face, which that happens, it actually will allow you to like blend it out, powder it out, move it around a little bit. It just sinks in and just, it's just one of those that's so good. You know what else is so good? And I know there are so many people that are like, no, let me find you like options. And like, yes, there are options for every type of makeup out there in every price category. But I will say Patrick Ta did it with his duos. They are expensive, but when you look at the pan size and then you look at products elsewhere out there, just even single MAC shadows or Tom Ford quads, like makeup's priced all over the place. I really like these. I really like these. The duos that he came out with, I think they are phenomenal. Now, you guys are gonna ask me what's on my eyelids right now. I've been back in my like glitter mode and can you guess? I think you can guess. You can guess. She was playing around, reminiscing of some good old times, you know what I'm saying? Like back in a little bit. Good things are on the way, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, if you want to purchase something that is really just shiny, delicious, the whole experience, like this component's not cheap. My mind, like when I look at products, I think about everything, like all the moving parts of even like what it costs to, you know, put the logo on the front, the component, the mirror, the added touches that they did to make something feel more luxury, the actual ingredients they use, infusing things like squalene to make the shadow go on a little bit better, and it's a skincare loving ingredient, making just all these choices that might elevate the price. You know, you got to factor all of that in. Can you get the same look for less? Yes, but you're paying sometimes for the experience. Now, if the product and the experience match up and they're great, and you want to splurge, good. If they don't, like my $95 situation from Chanel that I totally regret, you know, that's another story where you're like, I just paid for the packaging. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. This is something I will always repurchase. This is from NARS. This is the shade Macadamia. This is their soft matte concealer. This would be impossible not to like. You can do so much with this concealer. It's so high coverage and it does not bulk up on the skin. It's phenomenal. Anastasia came out with liquid liners that are probably some of the most impressive that I have seen in a long while. They do not bleed. The color saturation is crazy. So if you're looking for something new and phenomenal at Sephora, this is it. Chanel has liquid liners that are similar as well, but the Chanel ones, the reason I didn't buy them is because I was testing them in the store and they bled right away. And I was like, yeah, not gonna waste my time there. So these are beautiful. The colors, like the selection of colors that are available, they are so juicy, flattering. Of course, there's a black, there is a white if you want to get crazy with like the graphic liner. There's this beautiful deep blue, like beautiful navy. And once they dry, they do not move. I will also say I am personally repurchasing my Tom Ford double-ended liner in Deeper. This is something I've used for years and years and years. I'm wearing it today. It's just the most intense, saturated, beautiful liquid liner that does not dry out. I should not still be using this one because I think I've had it for about a year. And if you're a liquid liner lover, you know that after a couple of months, usually they dry out or the brush gets frayed or something goes down that's like, I need to replace this. This one is not like that. And I will show you both sides. You get an itty bitty side, you get a slightly larger side. This is just one of the best matte, rich, deep liquid liners that you can purchase, period. It's not cheap, but it is worth it. Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt. If you've not tried this, you're missing out. It is one of the best. You can put this like a pump in your foundation to kind of gloss and deepen things up. You could mix this with a tinted moisturizer and use it as a base that way. You can use it on top of your foundation, under your foundation. It looks like real skin. It does not give this over exaggerated sculpted effect. So if you want to sculpt and bronze with something that's not aggressive, that just looks really pretty and beautiful, especially in real life, this is so, so good. Just started obsessing over this right here. This is from Urban Decay. It's the All Nighter Extra Glow. It's like a hybrid of MAC Fix Plus with, say, a Patrick Star One Size Until Dawn. Like, it has your longevity and glow all in one. I'm wearing it today. I saturated the face, I dried it off. Looks beautiful. I've been reaching for this for the past couple of weeks and I'm obsessed. Like, I really, really love this. I had it sitting on my top shelf back there for quite a while and I don't know why I didn't grab this. I think the part of like extra glow, I was like, I don't know that I want this, but now that the weather has turned and it's not so humid here where I live, I'm like, I need a little extra glow, and this just does it. It's beautiful, but it also has those ingredients to elongate the wear time of your makeup. So if you're looking for a good, like really fun, just all in one, if you have like combo to dry skin, this wouldn't be for oily, but like if you're looking for a good new setting spray, this is so nice. For lips, I will list a few different lip options that I'm loving right now. Lawless makes great lipsticks if you're looking for like creamy, good, just bullet lipsticks. Anastasia Dusty Rose is my favorite lip liner from them, but all the colors are really beautiful. Charlotte Tilbury Hot Gossip. This is just like one of my favorites. I've really worn this guy down. It's such a pretty color, but Charlotte Tilbury lip liners, so good. Like, there's just something about the formula that just lasts and always consistently looks really, really great. I would highly recommend, if you're into lip liner, that you try her lip liners out. If you're looking for like the perfect nudie brightening lip oil, something that's gonna hydrate the lip but add a little bit of shine and color. It's like the right balance. It's not like your vinyl lip oil that just doesn't have any color whatsoever. This has just enough. It's so beautiful. This is the shade Unzipped. This is a lip oil from Kosas. Oh my gosh, have not mentioned these from House Labs. I am loving these. The formula is so nice. Oh my gosh, this is maybe one of the few blushes that comes in this form that I can actually put directly on the skin and it will blend out beautifully. I'm wearing this today, specifically the shade Glassy Pomelo right here. Ignore all the makeup all over me. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The formula is phenomenal. There's no white base in here either. So if you have deeper complexion, you are going to love these shades. You are going to be able to wear them and enjoy, and they will blend out and give you everything you need. So I love that Haus Labs thought very inclusively about the shade range of blushes, because that's not always the case. If you are looking for like that bold red blush, you're like, this is gonna like look weird. No, like I don't care how deep your skin is, this shade will look phenomenal. If you're looking for a good powder blush that wears all day long, like you still like a powder blush, Amazonian Clay blushes from Tarte, they wear such a long time. I've loved this from the time I was filming on my bed in my bedroom with the mirror behind me. This particular shade, Captivating, is just like an all-time favorite. I had to include her. Tower 28 Brightening Powder in Palisades Pink. I'm wearing this today. I cannot get enough. I kind of don't like that it doesn't have a mirror. Whenever I'm on the go, I'm like, ugh. But aside from that, this is just so good. It's a beautiful formula. I actually prefer that brightening powder to Kosas. So if you were seeing the side-by-side in Sephora, that one is my favorite. And I think that's where I'm gonna stop, because that was a crap ton of product. I hope this gives you some ideas. Whether you are shopping the sale or you're just looking for top shelf great product, this is my current lineup of what I would go out and repurchase if I lost all my makeup. So there you have it. Enjoy, happy shopping. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Go and have a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.